And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Scott's Ring Sports. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with my dad today, and we are here to do our wild card predictions for this weekend's NFL action. First game out tomorrow. 2 days of great football. Let's start with those right now. First game out, Colts and Bills tomorrow afternoon. 36 degrees tomorrow in Buffalo. Give me the Bills to get the win at home against the Colts.
You know, the Colts have really impressed me this year under Phillip Rivers, but the Bills have impressed me more. I think the Bills have the best chance to beat the Chiefs in the AFC. I think the Bills will win by at least a touchdown.
Next up, Rams and Seahawks should be a great game here. Third time these two teams have met this season. They played back in week 16 of the season, earlier this season. So I'm gonna take Seattle in this game. I feel like I can't trust the health of Jared Goff right now. If I knew that he was playing this week, I might have picked the Rams, but I don't think he's gonna play this week. So I'm gonna take Seattle over the Rams.
For the exact same reason as Scott, I think you got to take the Seahawks here. Jared Goff is unlikely to play, from what I understand. Yet if he does play, he may be compromised physically. I think the Seahawks will get it done against a Goffless Rams.
Next up, into the primetime game on tomorrow night. For the first time since 2007, ladies and gentlemen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are into the playoffs.
Yay!
It is absolutely phenomenal.
Go Bucks!
The last two times we've been in the wild card round, we have lost to an NFC East team. Hopefully that streak will stop right here. The series is tied 1-1 in the playoffs between us and the Washington football team, as they're called now. They beat us in 2005 here at Raymond James, and then we beat them all the way back in 1999, also Raymond James, when we had Sean King as our quarterback that year back in '99. I'm gonna take the Bucks on the road. This is a scary game for me right now. I'm probably gonna have nightmares about that Washington defense tonight, but I'm gonna take Tampa Bay to win this game. Will we cover that 8-point spread? I don't know. I think we could cover the spread, but I don't think we might, and I think we will. I think we'll barely cover the spread here. I'll take Tampa Bay over the football team.
I agree with Scott. I think this is a scary game. I think the key to the game is going to be what's that Washington front, defensive front. What do they do against the Bucks offensive line? It has been very inconsistent this year. If we can protect Brady, or he can get it out of his hands quickly,
it's going to be ugly if we can protect him.
Yeah, I think we have a good chance, but I don't think the Bucks are going to cover the spread. I think it'll be like a 3 to 7 point ball game, but I do think the Bucks will win. But it's going to be a tougher game than Washington's 7-9 record would indicate.
Yeah. Next up, Ravens and Titans. First game out on Sunday. I think Lamar Jackson's getting revenge for that embarrassing loss he had last year to the Titans in the playoffs. I'm going to take the Ravens on the road for my buddy Joey Bergen. I will take the Ravens over the Titans.
This is the toughest game probably for me all weekend to pick. I think this is a very, very going to be a very tight game. Could go either way. But the Titans are one of those teams that just find a way to win. I know Ravens are the hot team coming in, but I like the Titans in this one. Playing at home with Henry, I think they get the win.
Next up, the Saints and the Bears in New Orleans. This game will be held on CBS and Nickelodeon on Sunday. That's going to be fun.
Nickelodeon?
I'll be watching that on Sunday. I'll probably be watching the Nickelodeon coverage more than the CBS coverage on Sunday. This is actually the perfect game for them to put on there, because this game will be a bunch of a comedy act this week, and I'll take the Saints big over the Bears.
This is probably the biggest mismatch of the weekend. I think the Saints, will win probably in blowout style, maybe by 14 points.
Next up, the Browns and the Steelers, Sunday Night Football. 36 degrees in Pittsburgh on Sunday. This is a tough pick for me here. If both teams were at full strength, I probably would have taken Cleveland if both teams were at full strength this week. But the Browns have not been able to practice all week due to COVID. Their head coach won't be there on Sunday because he tested positive for COVID earlier in the week. So with all that being said, I will make my buddy Terry Jewell very happy here. I'll take the Steelers to get the win over the Browns.
So these two teams played last week. The Browns won in a very close game, but you had Mason Rudolph as your quarterback. You had a lot of the starters sitting. I think the Steelers are the superior team. If they play up to the capabilities, they should beat the Browns. I think by more than a touchdown with all the Browns challenges, as Scott suggested. And they have the best fan in pro football in Terry Jewell. So I like the Steelers in this game.
I do too. I think they'll cover the 6 as well. I think this is going to be about a touchdown win for me. I think, yeah. Now into the national championship game. It'll be Alabama and Ohio State. Ohio State coming off that huge win on New Year's Day after that big upset over Clemson, and Alabama absolutely squashing Notre Dame. No surprises there. We all expected Notre Dame to go into that game to get absolutely killed. I will go with Alabama to win another national championship for Nick Saban. I think that offense is too much to stop right now. You have a great running back in Najee Harris. You have Devontae Smith, who just won the Heisman Trophy this past week. You have a NFL-ready quarterback, in my opinion, in Mac Jones. So I'll take Alabama to get the win over Ohio State.
I agree with Scott, but I tell you, I'm not that confident in this pick. Ohio State impressed the heck out of me last week, which is dismantling Clemson. If Ohio State plays at that same level, I think Alabama is going to win, but it'll be a really close game. I could see this one being like a 42-38 kind of ball game.
Yeah, no defense in this game.
Yeah.
Neither defense is very good.
Yeah, so I think I think it should be a really entertaining national championship game. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, I think Nick Saban and Alabama get another national championship.
And that will do it for this episode of Scott's Weekend Sports Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back next week with another video with the NFC and AFC divisional matchups. And I'll probably add something else into that. We'll see what I want to do next week. And we'll see you guys right back here next week on Scott's Weekend Sports. See you later, guys.
See you guys.
Go Bucks!